Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on getting this area dealt with. That definitely needs to happen, and I was thinking, what is the point? As you can see, I've already issued orders here. What is the point of having 3 fleets up here? What exactly are they intended to do? Well, they're going to have to fight these guys eventually, but 1 fleet should be capable of doing that. So that's not that big of a deal, so I've ordered one of these 2 fleets to make their way down this direction. Now, they just have a move order to go here. We'll see what that timing ends up looking like. We may decide to jump drive them a little bit later on. For now, I do want to hit this reinforced fleet button. We have this fleet here that is wanting to go elsewhere, but for the moment, this will have to be fine. The dimensional fleet I'm leaving down on this side, but we're moving back to the wormhole. And that will be absolutely okay. This guy's going to move through here, and then we'll be done over on this side. So, I mean, there's these guys over here. I'm not too interested in actually attempting to occupy them. I think that this is fine for now. Also, I want to check in on the extra-dimensional armada here. There's not a lot going on up here at this point. Okay, they're not defeated, but there's not a lot going on there. So that sounds good. I don't think we need to send both of these fleets to Ceridon at this point. I want to take the stronger of the 2 fleets, and we're going to tell them, head out this direction. And then from there, they're going to clear out all of this area and slowly press in over this way. Okay, so something along the lines of that. Now, these guys are landing in Terra Z. That seems good. And where are these guys going? They're going up to Uxion. I don't think they need to go to Uxion, do they? I guess they could go to Sjoberg. No, this is fully occupied. So where do they need to go? I mean, Fajantris is not under control over here, I don't think. Well, actually, no, it is. It's under control, so that seems fine. I don't think they need to go anywhere out over on this side. So I'm going to consider jump driving them. Although that's on cooldown for now. We'll just let them be. Okay, sounds good. While we're not deep into the war yet, let's continue to work on our jobs here. I'm going to queue up a habitat central control here, and I guess we'll we're already building the last industrial district. That's okay. What else do we have going on here jobs-wise? That's actually it for now. Do we have any construction ships that need work? Yes, the CAR Volga. So Dobe has finished, and looks like that's completely done. So we're going to send them over to Fagor, where they are going to build a major orbital around, I guess this planet will be fine. Right, we're lacking alloys for that. I'm going to buy in 1250, and we're going to head over here. Then we're going to build that habitat. Okay, let's bump this up to fastest speed, and let's work on this war. Fantastic. So these guys up here, they are definitely quite a long ways away. I believe I took the 3rd fleet down. Yes.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
They're definitely quite a long ways away. There's no doubt about that. And I'm wondering about this particular fleet here. Or rather, this particular force. So they're what, like 100, call it 280k is their current strength. This fleet is 230k. This fleet is about 60k. It's not exactly a real fleet, but that is indeed what it is. So we're just going to continue to head down here through the hyperspace relay network, and we're 115 days away from Uthan at this point. It seems reasonably good. Now, these guys are done occupying over this way, and they're on their way back. Where exactly are they going? They're going up over there? Okay. It's going to take them 375 days to get there. That's understood. So what is our current acceptance terms here? 43 reasons. Relative Navy strength is a big one there. And occupation. So we definitely want to take back territory out over here. We want to take up territory in the Republic of Shantar Prime as well. And we don't have anybody heading down here right now. That is understood. We could, I suppose, send our Juggernaut over there. It's an interesting idea. So the Juggernaut would just take these over. It would be quite safe, in theory. Yeah, that definitely seems fine. Okay. So that is all absolutely fine for the moment, I think. We're in a pretty good state here. We just need to get this all wrapped up.
Planetary Incursion Initiative.
Who insulted us? The Kreshk Collective. Hilarious. I mean, they're losing this war, so what are they going to do about it? So this fleet here, we're going to leave over on this side just because I feel like we need something to defend this area. And I would like to reinforce this fleet a bit. We'll work on that. So that seems fine.
Spaceports sustaining damage.
They are moving. I'm going to go up into Unuk and see if we can catch them in partial motion. They're at the hyper relay. I'm guessing we can't. Probably not. They're just sitting at the hyper relay, though. So that's definitely interesting. We'll be there in 29 and 33 days. Okay. We're going to wait till we're actually in hyperspace here. And then we're going to turn on edicts.
Spaceport offline.
But this 20K not being there is actually a big deal. Okay, so we're in hyperspace right now. And we are going to immediately turn on our edicts. So we're going to go into policies and edicts here. I want to turn on astral shielding. I want to turn on exotic gases for shield boost. Probably not for fuel right now. Volatile ammunition, absolutely. Volatile reactive armor and focusing crystals. So we're going to do that, and that brings us up to 277 in this fleet and 74 in this fleet. That looks good. I now want these guys to go into Olimar.
Striking hostile station.
So something like this.
Planetary Incursion Initiative.
So these guys are caught. We're going to take some damage here, but that's absolutely understood. That is completely and totally fine. This fleet is all considered spare ships right now.
Research
They're not
concluded.
correctly sorted. They probably are supposed to go somewhere, but they're not correctly sorted right now. Okay. So we're moving to engage these guys. Excellent. And we should be able to take this fight, in theory. Emphasis on in theory. But we're definitely chipping our way through them. They're chipping their way through us as well. And we didn't finish off that station. So we'll see how that goes, but we have the third fleet in pretty close proximity here. So that seems relatively okay. Now, I want the Ararat to jump up to Korea. Once it gets there, it is going to take this station and then this station, like that. Perfect. So next up, over this way, the question is, are we actually going to win this? And the answer to that should end up being yes. But we're definitely taking significant losses, which was absolutely expected. We 100% expected to take significant losses here. That said, we're taking a little more losses than I expected. And the question is, how far away would these guys be to reinforce? 35 days? Do it. Get up there. We're going to try to hold these in position for as long as we can. So we're going to need to retreat this force. That's fine. We did end up losing that engagement, but we did an awful lot of damage to them. And these guys, they're heading on up. They'll be there in 22 days, but they're going to have to jump in via hyperspace. So it's going to be a little bit on the slow-ish side. Actually, they're going via hyperspace. Interesting.
Protocols.
Did we actually take out that station? We did. Interesting. Okay. Well, they definitely can't win against this fleet. So this is fine. We knew that it was going to be a little bit dicey here, but we did a crazy amount of damage to them, and that is magnificent. We can see their war goals are now 21, 49 due to relative Navy strength. That is extremely significant. So these guys are going to be back in just a month. Okay, that's really, really nice. So Ceridon we're going to need to invade, but we have not yet fully invaded Terrazed. So we're going to need to come out over this direction and land here. Sounds good. Then I'm going to jump drive these guys over to Ceridon at this point. Now, this does not have any sort of an FTL inhibitor, so that sounds good. These can move on, and we're going to do exactly that. We're going to push up like so. Something along the lines of that. Okay, that seems fine for now. And we are up in Korea, so the Korean station is going to fall very shortly. Excellent. And we will, of course, win over here in Unuk, which we did do. Now we're going to fall back to Olimar. It's not really falling back exactly. We're going to go take Olimar.
Striking hostile station.
So just cleaning them up there. That sounds good.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Okay, we are landing in presumably Ceridon. Yes. Sounds good. So next we're going to head up here, and we have a timed special project, Debris in Ceridon. That is noted, so we're going to want to grab a science ship, which we don't actually have right now. All of our science ships were apparently destroyed at some point. And we are going to just crank out a science ship here. And yeah, we can get these battleships done first. That's fine. Cool. So we can see that their next large force is up over here, right? And we also see that the 12th fleet showed up here. Now, this is the spare fleet. So where is the other fleet at? Where indeed? The 5th is up over here. I don't actually care about the 5th right now. The 8th is here. The 4th is still missing. Okay. I think that's what we've got going on here. Yeah, that'll be back in 5 days. Okay. So let's proceed forward there.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
So that is now back, and the question is, where is the 4th? In Seoul. Okay. So that is quite far away from where I wanted it to go. I wanted it to be up in Uthen. We're going to jump drive up over here, and I am not going to reinforce this fleet because we're going to loot this fleet in order to reinforce it, is the idea. So 3, 2, 1, we are jumped. Okay, I want you to enter orbit of here and get some repairs. And then I want these guys to also come up here and enter orbit. There we go. Okay, so 1 battleship, that's fine. 2 cruisers, that's fine. 1 destroyer, sounds good. 21 corvettes. Okay, so we don't quite need 21 corvettes. We need, what, 16? So we need to split off a few corvettes here. Specifically, like 5. Something like that. Then we merge these 2 together. And that should make this fleet back to full. So now, the question is, do we need 5 corvettes over here? No, we need 1 corvette. Where else would we maybe want to send these 5 corvettes? Well, we could certainly think about sending them up over this way. And that would absolutely work. So let's grab these 5 corvettes. And let's have them move up to Unuk for right now, for jump drive purposes.
Striking hostile station.
Okay, so Olimar is under our control. I'm going to reinforce this fleet. We're full on minerals. Let's sell a few of those. Okay. And we're going to wait for these guys to merge together, which should happen shortly. There we go. So this should now be not quite full. We're still lacking a few destroyers and a few battleships. We'll reinforce this fleet, which is now allegedly at full strength. Sounds good. And we'll continue to reinforce all of our ships. Yes, I know we have some mess here. We'll get that handled. And these guys are going to head in for repairs right up over here. Okay, so these I want to attack Meneth. Sounds good. And up over here, we're still doing our invasions. Okay. Where is this fleet? It is now done. So this fleet should get redirected somewhere out over this way. And the question is where? Well, for now, I'm thinking we'll just bring it back to Seoul. Well, we can figure out where to go from like, Uthan. Yeah, there's Gateway right up over here. It's not significantly different. It'll be fine. It will be fine. So we're entering orbit of this station. We're going to get these repairs done nice and quick. And now I want these guys to jump drive over to Weir, I'm thinking. These guys are going to arrive in the Weir system in a few days, and that sounds good. So we're going to jump drive straight on over. 4, 3, 2, 1, jump drived. And now, they're in the same system. So we're going to grab these guys. Well, actually, we're in battle right now.
Planetary incursion initiative
So
successful.
we're just going to need to do something like this. Now we're no longer in battle. We're going to group them together. Excellent. So no order change for these. We're just bringing in reinforcements.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Perfect. So at this point, how are we doing on the reasons here? Down to 18 reasons. Okay, that is very big. No doubt about that. So these guys are now fully repaired. We're going to move them up to Meneth as well. So both of these forces are coming into Meneth, although we destroyed that science ship first. That's fine. So in we go. We're going to be liberating all of these worlds. At this point, if a status quo happened, they wouldn't get anything. But we don't want a status quo piece. We want a war goal piece. We're 18 reasons away. We'll take a status quo if we have to, but we would really, really prefer not to. So we're done invading here in Terrazed. And I think we can come down to Ceridon. There's multiple worlds to invade here. So let's get going on that. 2,700, what's the strength of these guys? 13k? It'll be fine. Cool. So we're continuing to push through here.
Station.
And eventually, we will get this under our control. So Meneth over here, we're going to need armies for. Eventually. I think. Did they not invade here? Oh, they didn't invade here. They were going to. But they didn't actually do it. Cool. So both of these fleets are now here, and I want to move them... Well, we could split them up, right? Let's just move them both into Kongath for now to go after this fleet. That should be fine. Relative strength is currently plus 50, and I want to continue to reinforce to continue to build up that relative strength bonus. So that'll be okay. We will definitely do that, and we'll just continue to take back territory over here. So this looks absolutely fine for the time being. Excellent. So we're going to get a lot of occupation done over here relatively quickly. That's all fine. And we now see that they have a fleet down here. Okay. Come attack that fleet in Lictabon. Or actually, we're in Lictabon. Come attack that fleet in Yoman. So we don't want them marauding in our backline here, and they have an additional fleet on the way in. This fleet is more than capable of taking that on. Our edicts are up. Do they need to be at this point? I'm going to say they don't. So we're going to drop those. 216 is the current strength. That's fine. So we're going to be jumping in here in a while. They are jumping away. We might catch this force.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Okay. So we're on our way here. They're going to attack Kajamar, and I guess that's fine. So we have this force in Ceridon at this point, and we're going to go here. Where's that army at? Did that already pass through? It looks like it did.
Sustaining damage.
Okay. So we're definitely going to go fight those forces. No doubt about that. In we go. And we're going to catch this force, it looks like.
Hostile engagement protocols.
We catch this force. That is fine. For the moment, we will accept this.
Commencing planetary incursion initiative.
Okay. This fleet is still here. I thought I told both of you to get up to Kogath. I'm pretty sure I told both fleets to do that. This one did not have the orders, so maybe I didn't. Get up there. So that's fine. In particular, I want both of these fleets to be positioned here. So we'll get them into position for that. We, of course, want to go attack Noose. So that looks fine. We did end up winning the battle here in Yoman, which was absolutely expected. And we're now heading down towards Kajamar, and hopefully we catch these guys here and don't let them proceed. Let's continue to reinforce this fleet and any other fleets that currently need reinforcement.
Striking hostile station.
Okay, I see a force up over here. It's a very small force. We're going to go see about taking this stuff back. That is strong enough to fight these star bases in this region, and that is very sad. Okay, so we've not caught these guys just yet. I do want to grab a trait here. We could go for, like, ship weapons damage. Sure, that seems relatively fine. So, we've not caught these. We're not close enough to them. The question is, can we catch them while they're charging their hyperspace drives? Or are we going to have to jump? Okay, our dimensional fleet has been returned. That's understood. So the dimensional fleet will no longer be guarding over here. That is also going to change the balance here with the relative Navy strength. Unfortunately, we didn't catch these guys, but we are getting very, very close.
Damage.
Okay, so out over here, we should have both of these forces in position to attack Noose, and we absolutely will do that.
Spaceport offline.
So in we go, and yes, they are indeed attacking out over here. We'll get there soon enough. This fleet is barely moving, it feels like, but they're on their way.
Initializing
Very
hostile
slowly.
engagement protocols.
Very slowly, they're on their way. Now, we do have occupation forces on
Planetary
multiple
incursion
worlds here.
initiative successful. Spaceport offline.
So these guys, they're busily reinforcing. They have finished their invasion. They need to be re-embarked. But here we are. We have caught them. Excellent. We'll have no problem taking all of this back.
Station sustaining damage.
Perfect. So next up, of course, we're going to need to head back up this way. That's fine. We've won the attack at Noose, and I want to pull back one of these fleets, say this one. Should be fine. I want them to go into Beats via Bunda. And Noose, it should be pretty much fully under our control at this point. Although it's not, presumably because of occupation of the world here. Where is the world? It's probably an orbital, but I don't actually... up over here. Okay, that should be fine. Let's just go bombard that for right now. Cool. So we've got the 6th Fleet out over here, and they're going to continue to push up this direction. That seems absolutely fine. These guys are, of course, wanting to head up to Seuss, and then just come down like this and complete this occupation. Perfect. So here in Saradin, we know that this army is done and can embark. Where else do they need to go? Well, we could definitely have them make their way down here to be able to invade these worlds, to be able to invade some of these worlds. That'll all be relatively fine. So we're at minus 28 right now. We could bring in a dimensional fleet again. And I'm doing it. You might ask why. We don't actually need the dimensional fleet, but it will help our numbers, is the answer. We're going to get it moving up over here. It'll take a while to get there. And once this updates, there we go, minus 18 reasons. Cool. So that is looking better. We do have this transport fleet in position here, and I'm going to send that into Noose. So I want to land here, and these guys, they don't need to bombard. We're going to head them up to Karyoshu. That'll be fine. Okay, so eventually we'll get this war completed. We're getting incredibly, incredibly close, but we're not quite there yet. We will be soon. We do see more forces piling up over here. That's understood. And it's going to take us a little bit of time to make our way up this direction. I do see this fleet here. I'm not too concerned about it. should be relatively fine.
Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
And this army will die
Striking
eventually
hostile station.
to this starbase, so that's okay. They are going to get caught up in Sooth. Unless they're just not moving or moving away. They used the hyper relay, so they went back over here. Okay, that's fine. There's nothing really they can do there. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I really hope we're going to get this war wrapped up. That would be nice. It's been a long war, but we're really close to getting this broken open. So that is excellent. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Andy McGar, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Tommy Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.